The year 2024 marked a renaissance for nuts in Plants vs Zombies 2. Thanks to a guy named Shagrots Cave, we've seen a new rise in the popularity of our favorite game, which is unimaginable without nut plants. Some of them blow up the zombies like creepers in the Minecraft, while others do everything to stop the upcoming horde of zombies with a jelly. There are 10 different types of nuts in the game, and each will be ranked based on its gameplay, from worst to best. And to start the scenes off, we've got the C tier. Number 10. Murkadamia nut is a bad wall plant. Yeah, it's still better than Vampercini or Tom Tangler, but it's still far away from Johnny the Walnut. For the price of 100 cents, you get a nut plant with 2500 HP that is highly dependent on other shadow plants. I really wanted to find some good ways or situations to use it, because the jelly shell seemed very promising to me, but neither of my expectations came true. Even the Gloom Wine couldn't save this situation because they consumed it first, which fully disabled the Murkadamia nut. Overall, it's a useless shadow plant that goes into C tier. Number 9. Peanut is a definition of simplicity over complexity, as there is nothing simpler in this game than the combination of pea shooter and walnut. One day someone decided to create a unique plant out of these two. Sounds pretty cool, right? But only on the paper. The peanut is simply bad at everything, especially at fighting with zombies. After eating the upper part, the lower side of the peanut starts shooting only every 2.6 seconds, which is twice slower than the normal one. For the price of 150 cents, you get a regular Johnny that can sometimes deal with weak zombies. However, it's not the best choice for the hard levels because it doesn't have many health points, making it an overpriced walnut. Its only and the main usage is looking good on the lawn while being defended by other plants behind it. The perfect place for the peanut is in the C tier. With that being said, we are moving to the B tier. Number 8. When I think about Endurian, I imagine a chill guy, because that's how the plant feels. Probably it's not even a nut, but who cares? The Endurian feels like a nut, it works like a nut, and the amount of time I spent recording footage for this part is too high to delete it from the list. I believe that everybody should be able to become a nut, because being a nut is about the state of mind and philosophy. The Endurian has 25% less HP than the walnut, but it does pretty good damage to any zombie that decides to bite it. 20 points to be exact. It's a good plant with a great mechanic that only lacks a good amount of HP. That's why I put Endurian into the B tier. Number 7. Gumnut is somewhat of a unique defensive plant, because it's a single-use nut plant that works like a trap for zombies. Basically, it has 8000 health points, but the amount of health increases depending on trapped zombie. In some cases, this number can increase to an incredible 24,000 health points, make it one of the toughest wall plants in PVZ 2. However, after destroying a trapped zombie, the gum disappears, leaving you with the upcoming fellows one by one. While it deals not so great with weak zombies, the Gumnut is the worst nightmare of a gargantuar who can stack on it for the whole day. Just find the right ways to use it, and you will get all the benefits from it. Gumnut is a definition of the B tier. And things are getting even more interesting as we are switching to the A tier. Number 6. I decided to add Coconut Canon to our list because of the two things. First, it contains nut in its name, and second, it was used by Shagrots Cave in his challenge, meaning I can add it to my list as well. Most players like Coconut Canon because of its insane plant food ability, and so do I. On the other hand, the main damage output isn't that high. It deals 900 damage to a direct target and 300 damage in a 3x3 area to nearby zombies. The Coconut Cannon is not able to one-shot even a buckethead zombie, but none of the launching plants can do that as well. Still, it's a good plant for the adventure mode that can fit into many various strategies. That's why Coconut Cannon goes into the A tier. Number 5. Johnny or Walnut is the classical nut plant, which defines simplicity over complexity. It's one of the very first plants that we get while beating the tutorial part of the game, along with sunflower, pea shooter, and cabbage pult. No matter how far you go, it's one of the few nuts that will always be relevant. You get a plant that can style a single zombie for 40 seconds just for 50 cents. A cheap price combined with high durability is all you need to stop the upcoming horde of brain eaters. Considering everything I said, the walnut goes into the A tier. Number 4. Tallnut is a mysterious brother of walnut because he looks like a giant potato for french fries, and I'm not even joking. It's a direct upgrade of the classical nut with a double amount of HP and double the cost. For me, the main disadvantage of this plant is a slow recharge rate of 20 seconds, which means that you need to spend almost 2 minutes to place 5 of them to secure the entire loan. Sometimes it's really hard to describe a regular, good plant with no special features, well, except blocking the flying zombies. That's a huge advantage of the tall nut. Overall, this brilliant nut goes into the A tier. And now boys, it's time to reveal the S tier. Number 3. If you think so, Infi-nut is not even a nut, it's a 3-dimensional light projection of a nut. At first, you might think that it's a weak nut plant with only half the HP of the regular walnut, but on the second thought, the futuristic Johnny is one of the toughest nuts in the game. Infi-nut is just a nut hologram, meaning it's an infinite plant. After being eaten, it takes only 15 seconds to regenerate a copy of our nut friend with a full HP bar. Infi-nut is also a great choice for the big wave beach, as its incredible plant foodability can save your plants from being stolen by the fisherman zombie. For a single use of plant food, you get a shield that protects the entire loan and can absorb a total of 10,000 damage simultaneously on 5 lanes, so it's really hard to break it down. This is my favorite nut plant in the entire game, and it goes into the S tier. Number 2. Primal Wall-nut is a straight upgrade of Johnny, but with some crunchy stone flavor. Recharging the Primal Wall-nut takes only 5 seconds, which is 4 times faster than a regular one. However, the amount of health can't impress you because it has only 4000 health points, which puts it on the same level as Johnny. On the other hand, the price increase of 25 cents is fully justified, because it's an awesome plant for any situation. So Primal Johnny goes into the S tier. Number 1. Explodo-nut is the best example of the power creep in Plants vs Zombies 2. For the price of 50 cents, you get a plant with a total cost of 200 cents, because it combines walnut and cherry bomb in one plant. You can easily beat any level using only Explodo-nut, because the recharge rate of 10 seconds allows you to spam this plant in great amounts. It's not even funny because it makes all the previous nuts useless. Why should you play with walnut or primal walnut if you have a killing machine that can clear the entire loan on itself without any attacking plants? It's enjoyable to play with Explodo-nut a few times, but then you get bored because nothing and no one can stop you, so the competitive part of the game disappears. Anyways, the Explodo-nut is the best nut plant in the game, which goes into the S tier. So every nut plant was ranked, and here is the final list.